Well, she holds several different degrees, from urban planning to public affairs to chemistry. Councilmember Deni Taveras says she's also a passionate advocate for social justice issues.
That is right, Patty. Mrs. Taveras joins us now to tell us why she's campaigning to keep her District 2 seat. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you for inviting me here. Hello to your viewership.
Absolutely. Let's start off talking. We know you're busy in the community all the time. What would you say during your first term your main accomplishments are?
Well, I would say that over the last 10 years I've lived here, and we've been able to do a lot. But in the last 3 years that I've been in office, we've done a lot to support economic development. And in the transit centers in Prince George's Plaza and West Hyattsville, as well as pass good legislation that improves the quality of life of those in our local community and the county as a whole. In terms of economic development, we've been able to renovate the mall at Prince George's. We've been able, like I said, to redevelop a lot of our areas around the metro stops. We've been able to revitalize Route 1. And we've been able to bring the Purple Line to the district, as well as invest over $30 million in roads and sidewalk repair. But not only that, I think that in terms of legislation, we focused on seniors, women and families. We focused on tenants, vulnerable communities, and the environment. And
I just want to jump into a little bit. Tell us about your background a little bit. I know you have an academic background that is really quite interesting, as well as your professional background.
Well, I've been able to obtain degrees from Barnard College, Columbia University in chemistry, as well as University of Utah. I was on track to get my PhD in physical chemistry, but I came out with my master's instead. I've worked at the EPA, at the World Bank, a series of entities, and then I went back to school to Princeton University to obtain a public affairs and urban planning degree with a focus on science, technology, and environmental policy.
So well-rounded here in different areas.
Sounds like you don't sleep.
I didn't sleep while I was studying.
What are some of the pressing issues you think the county is facing? You're talking a bit about your accomplishments. What would you work on if you were reelected?
Well, definitely the key things that I feel I need to get done in order to make sure that we don't lose the momentum that we've gained is that we need to make sure that we're constructing new schools to alleviate overcrowding in the school system, making sure that we bring the Purple Line to fruition, continue to reinvest in the Route 1 corridor, as well as the metro stops, as well as the Purple Line stops, now that we have that as an option. But we've also been able to luckily pass legislation on overcrowding to make sure that we've created the first space limitations ever in the county's history, and we've also enhanced enforcement, improved property standards, and reduced public nuisances. But we've also just passed a bill on human trafficking and drugs, and we were able to successfully close over 30 prostitution brothels and beer houses inside my district.
Now, you are Latina, and you represent a very large immigrant community. What are some of the pressing issues for the community there?
Well, thank you for saying that. It's an honor for me to serve as the only Afro-Latina in Prince George's County Council. As somebody who's multiracial, I'm committed to working across all races and ethnicities. This is why I spearheaded a unity initiative to make sure that everybody here in the district and in the county feels welcome and safe. So part of, as you mentioned before, part of those sanctuary cities that have been passed in the county have been in my district. We've been able to make sure that everybody feels safe. And for many Latinos and immigrants and people of color, really, most people, they're very anxious about what's happening in our nation. And so we've been able to establish the Immigrant Services and Language Access Program, which is a program that at the
just real quickly, we're out of time.
Okay, it's a program that provides free legal representation for those people in deportation proceedings.
All right, we'll have to have you back.
Again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you would like to learn more about her campaign, you can go to votedenitaveras.com.